Hello everyone and welcome to a new crochet tutorial. Today's tutorial is for these socks which I made for my dad. And at first I was going to name them as socks for elderly people, but then someone's comment on my previous video inspired me to name them socks for chubby feet. I think that's a much better name. Now my dad has a US shoe size 8 and the final measurements of these socks are 10.5 inches in length and about 8.5 inches wide. These socks can be made for men or for women. If you want to keep the same width over here but make them slightly shorter, all you need to do is make fewer rounds over here. This is the part where there are no increases. You simply make fewer rounds than what I did. And similarly, if you want to make them a bit longer, you just add more rounds over here. The yarn that I used is Willow Yarns Duo Sox. This little cake has 50 grams and it was enough to make one sock. So to make a pair, I used 2 of these cakes. The content here is 75% wool and 25% polyamide. You can use any other sock yarns and usually 100 grams is quite enough to make a pair. And I use the crochet hook size D, which is 3.25 millimeters. I start by crocheting 6 single crochets into a magic ring. So first I make 1 chain and then 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I close my magic ring. Now I'm going to continue crocheting without joining the rounds. So into the first single crochet right here, I now work 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and I'm going to mark the first single crochet of this new round with a stitch marker because I don't join the rounds, and this way I will know where the new round begins. Now I continue making 2 single crochets into each single crochet of the previous round. And now in this round I have 12 single crochets. I'm going to remove the stitch marker and start the next round. Into the first stitch I make a single crochet and again I mark it with a stitch marker. And now in this round, round number 3, I simply make a single crochet into each single crochet. So I will have 12 single crochets in this round. Now in the next round, round number 4, I will be making increases again. So again into each single crochet I will work 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and I mark the first one with a stitch marker. And then I make 2 single crochets into each stitch. So at the end of this round I will have 24 single crochets in total. Here I have 24 single crochets. Now in the next round, round number 5, I will simply make a single crochet into each single crochet. I mark the first one with a stitch marker. And again, in this round, I will have 24 single crochets in total. Now in the next round, round number 6, I will make increases again. So into the first stitch I work 2 single crochets, 1, 2, I mark the first one with a stitch marker, and in the next single crochet I make 1 single crochet. So in this round I alternate making 2 single crochets into 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet. So again 2, 1, 2, then 1, 1, 2, then 1, and so on. In this round I have 36 single crochets. Now the next 2 rounds, round number 7 and round number 8, I will simply make a single crochet into each single crochet. Into the next round, round number 9, I will make increases again. Into the first single crochet I work 2 single crochets. I mark the first one with a stitch marker, and then into each one of the next 2 single crochets I work 1 single crochet. So 1, 2. Now again I make 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, and again 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 1. And in this round I will have 48 single crochets. Now I finished 9 rounds and I have 48 single crochets. I'm going to crochet 3 more rounds without making any increases. So for the next 3 rounds, round number 10, 11 and 12, I will simply make a single crochet into each single crochet. Now I have 12 rounds in total worked, and in the next round, round number 13, I will make a few more increases. Into the first stitch I work 2 single crochets, and I mark the first one with a stitch marker. Then into each one of the next 7 single crochets I will make 1 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the next single crochet I work 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and into each one of the next 7 single crochets I work 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then 7 single crochets. And I'm gonna finish this round following that sequence. Now I have 13 rounds worked and a total of 54 single crochets. And from this point I don't need to make any more increases. I will simply continue crocheting in the round, making a single crochet into each single crochet, and for each new round I will mark the first stitch with a stitch marker, and I will continue crocheting until I have about 7 inches over here before I start working on the heel. So the measurement over here is 7 inches, but it is approximate. If you are making your socks for a larger size, you can make it longer. So here I crocheted about 7 inches, and now I'm going to start crocheting the heel of the sock. Here is how I do it. This is the spot where the next round is supposed to begin, but now I will crochet in rows. So into each one of the next 33 single crochets I will work a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Here I crochet 33 single crochets, and over here 21 single crochets are gonna be left unworked. I turn my work, I make 1 chain, and now I make a single crochet into each single crochet, so there will be 33 single crochets again. And here I crochet the second row, so again I turn my work, I make 1 chain, and I make a single crochet into each one of the next 33 single crochets. And I'm going to continue crocheting in rows until I make 14 rows of 33 single crochets in total. I crocheted 14 rows. What I'm gonna do now is fasten off, hide the yarn tail, and then I will attach it again over here. Now I'm going to attach the yarn into 11th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And into this stitch I simply pass on the yarn like this. And into the next single crochet I work a single crochet. Now I'm going to work a single crochet into each one of the next 10 single crochets, and I will crochet over this short yarn tail so it gets hidden under the stitches. So I'm gonna have 11 single crochets worked in total. So I have 2 now, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I have 11 single crochets.